Earls. Yes, you heard right, Earls. Now you must be thinking, what about them? Well, if I say that they are more than just a noble rank, then it would be an understatement. They're also super rich individuals. Their wealth includes land, property, other assets such as art and shares in companies. Interestingly, a few of them can even surpass a royal in terms of wealth, all on their own. So the big question is, who are these Earls? To answer this question, we bring you the list of the 12 richest Earls present today. So without wasting any time, let's begin. At number 12, we've got Edward Stanley, 19th Earl of Derby. Edward Stanley is a British hereditary peer and landowner. He was a member of the House of Lords from 1994 until 1999. Edward was born to Hugh Stanley and Rose Stanley. He inherited an earldom and the family titles in 1994 upon the death of his uncle. With this inheritance came the Knowsley Estate, the Knowsley Safari Park, and the Stanley House Stud on a Hatchfield farm. These assets form the backbone of his wealth and income. The Knowsley Estate includes residential properties across various rural parishes, contributing to the Earl's income through property management and leasing. The Grade 2 listed Knowsley Hall and its 2,500 acres of parkland not only serves as the family home, but also as a venue for television film productions, which generates additional revenue. The Earl has a personal interest in horse racing, a tradition in his family, with his maternal grandmother being a notable racehorse trainer. He also owns Ouija Board, a successful racehorse, and maintains 1 or 2 horses in training each year from Hatchfield Stud Farm, managed by his brother. This involvement in the horse racing industry is a significant source of income and prestige. Additionally, he has ventured into media by producing and presenting a podcast which generates income, and Edward's current net worth is $57 million. At number 11, we've got Charles Courtenay, the 19th Earl of Devon. Charles Courtenay, styles as Lord Courtenay from 1998 until 2015, is an English hereditary peer and barrister. He's a crossbench member of the House of Lords, having been elected at a by-election in 2018. Charles was born to Hugh Courtenay and Diana Watherston. He has a distinguished legal career, having been appointed as a partner of the Mishima, a prominent law firm which generates a significant income for him. He is part of the commercial and regulatory disputes team, where he brings his experience in high-stakes litigation and arbitration from both the UK and the US. His experience includes leading the European intellectual property disputes practice at Latham & Watkins, which showcases his proficiency in handling complex legal matters. In addition to his legal work, the Earl of Devon is the owner of Powderham Castle, which is his family's ancestral home. The castle has a significant source of income committed to heritage tourism, sustainable land management, and community well-being. This involvement in heritage tourism likely includes hosting events, tours, and other activities that contribute to the estate's revenue. So it can be concluded that his wealth is derived from his legal career, his partnership to Mishimars, and the income generated from Powderham Castle's operations in heritage tourism and land management. And his current net worth is around $60 million. Next, we've got Alan Christopher Bertram Bathurst, 9th Earl of Bathurst. Alan Bathurst, known as Lord Apsley until 2011, is a British peer, landowner, and property developer. He's the son of Henry Bathurst and Judith Mary Nelson. He has seen a significant increase in wealth over the past few decades. The average value of a hereditary title, including associated wealth, is now estimated at more than $20 million, nearly double the value before the 2007 financial crisis. He also administers the Bathurst Estate, which spans 15,500 acres across Gloucestershire and Wiltshire. This includes the villages of Sapperton and Coates and Pinsbury Park, and the source of the River Thames. The management of such a vast estate likely provides significant income through agriculture, land leasing, and potentially other commercial ventures. The Bathurst Estate includes the Ivy Lodge Polo Ground, which is the home of the Cirencester Park Polo Club. This prestigious sporting venue may contribute to the Earl's income through memberships, events, and possibly sponsorship deals. Lord Bathurst is also actively involved in the National Farmers Union and is a founding director of the annual Cotswold Show, which takes place on his estate every July. His roles in agricultural organizations such as the Gloucestershire Farming Trust and the Three Countries Agricultural Society also provide additional income or benefits, and his current net worth is over $69 million. At number 9, we've got John Montagu. 11th Earl of Sandwich. John Montagu is a British businessman and politician. He was a crossbench member of the House of Lords from 1995 till 2024. He's the eldest son of Victor Montagu and Rosemary Maud. John has capitalized on his ancestral connection to the sandwich to create a lucrative business venture. He is a direct descendant of the 4th Earl of Sandwich, who's often credited with the invention of the sandwich. In 2004, he partnered with his son Orlando and Planet Hollywood founder Robert Earl to establish the Earl of Sandwich restaurant chain. The fast casual sandwich restaurant chain has expanded to over 30 locations in the United States and one in Disneyland Paris, contributing significantly to his income. The Earl of Sandwich restaurants are known for their claim of selling the world's greatest hot sandwich, and the concept has been described as a posh Subway. The chain's success is evident in its annual turnover of $10.88 million. Additionally, the Earl of Sandwich owns a specific location within the Walt Disney World Resort, which is a notable asset. The family seat of the Earl of Sandwich is Mapleton House in Dorset, which is a significant asset. This historic house and estate add to the Earl's wealth and prestige, and his current net worth is around $100 million. Next, we've got Edward Fitzalan Howard, Earl Marshal of the UK. Edwin Fitzalan Howard, styled Earl of Arundel between 1975 and 2002, is a British peer who holds the hereditary office of Earl Marshal and as Duke of Norfolk. He is also the most senior peer in the Peerage of England. He is also the titular head of the House of Howard. He's the son of Miles Francis Stapleton Fitzalan Howard and Anne Marie Theresa Constable Maxwell. He inherited the dukedom and the role of Earl Marshal from his father in 2002, which included the family's ancestral home, Arundel Castle in West Sussex. This inheritance has been a tradition in the Fitzalan Howard family for 350 years. Beyond his inherited wealth, the Earl has diversified his income by running a bottled gas company and joinery firm. These private ventures have contributed to his substantial net worth and have been a part of his activities as a younger man alongside his interest in motorcar racing. As Earl Marshal, Edward Fitzalan Howard is responsible for overseeing major royal events. His services to the monarchy were recognized with a Knight Grand Cross of the Royal Victorian Order during the Queen's Jubilee honors. Edward Fitzalan Howard's net worth is influenced by various economic factors, including the performance of his business ventures and the value of his land holdings. And Edward's current net worth is $124 million. At number 7, we've got Charles Spencer, 9th Earl Spencer. Charles Spencer, styled Viscount Althorp between 1975 and 1992, is a British peer, author, journalist, and broadcaster. He's the son of John Spencer and Frances Roche, and the younger brother of Diana, Princess of Wales. He inherited a substantial family fortune at the Althorp estate, a 13,000-acre property that has been in the Spencer family for over 500 years. The estate includes 28 listed buildings and serves as a family home, tourist attraction, and venue for events like Althorp Liberty Festival. The Spencer family's wealth originally came from profitable sheep farming during the Tudor era. His wealth is not only from land ownership, but also his career as an author, journalist, and broadcaster. He's published several books and hosts a podcast contributing to his income. Additionally, the Althorp estate generates revenue through tourism, events, and exhibitions. The Earl's income is supplemented by investments, asset management, and real estate holdings. He owns an extensive porcelain collection and other valuable items. However, estimating his exact net worth can be challenging due to the private nature of his financial records. It's important to note that market downturns, real estate slumps, and other economic factors can influence Charles Spencer's net worth. And Charles Spencer's estimated net worth today is reported to be at $154 million. Next, we've got William Herbert, 18th Earl of Pembroke. William Herbert is an English peer. He became Earl in 2003 following the death of his father, the 17th Earl. He's the only son of Henry Herbert and Clare. William Herbert is the owner of the historic Wilton House, which serves as a family seat in Wiltshire. This grand estate is a significant asset encompassing approximately 5,700 hectares, including 14 farms and over 200 residential properties. The estate is not only a private residence, but also a tourist attraction, with a portion of the house open to the public. The Wilton estate extends to include the entire town of Wilton and a vast area of the surrounding countryside, as well as 8 other villages. The extensive landholding contributes to the Earl's wealth through various revenue streams such as farming, forestry, and tourism. Wilton House has gained additional value and income through its use as a filming location for high-profile film and television productions like Pride and Prejudice, The Crown, and Tomb Raider. This diversification into the entertainment industry has likely enhanced the estate's profitability and, by extension, the Earl's net worth. The Pembroke family's historical ties to Ireland remain financially relevant, as the Pembroke estate in Ireland still exists, which has been in the family for over 600 years, and his current net worth is around $159 million. At number 5, we've got Peregrine Cavendish, 7th Earl of Burlington. Peregrine Cavendish, also known as Stoker, is an English peer. He is the only surviving son of Andrew Cavendish and Deborah Mitford. Before his succession as Duke, he was styled as Earl of Burlington from 1944 until 1950 and Marquess of Harrington between 1950 and 2004. He derives a significant portion of his income from the family's ownership of Chatsworth House, which is a major tourist attraction and part of the family's luxury hotel business. The estate's income is supplemented by the management of fine and contemporary art collections, as well as revenue from forestry and farming operations. His wealth is not only in liquid assets, but also in the value of estates landscaped before 1900, which are located in Derbyshire and North Yorkshire. These estates are historically significant and have been maintained by the family for generations, contributing to their overall wealth. He and his immediate family have an estimated net worth of $1.15 billion. This substantial figure reflects the combined value of the real estate holdings, business ventures, and managed capital, including their art collections and agricultural interests on their own. He's also well known in the world of horse racing and serves as Her Majesty's representative of Ascot and chairman of Ascot Racecourse Ltd. And his current net worth is $228 million. Next, we've got Richard Scott, Earl of Dalkeith. Richard Scott, styled as Earl of Dalkeith from 1973 until 2007, is a Scottish landholder and peer. He's the son of John Scott and Jane Scott. He has a significant source of income stemming from his extensive landholdings in Scotland. His ownership of 217,000 acres of Scottish land includes prominent estates such as Drumlingring Castle, Dalkeith Palace, and Boughton House. These estates are not only valuable due to their size and historic significance, but also contribute to the Earl's income through tourism, agriculture, and possibly other commercial ventures. These assets are a testament to the family's long-standing heritage and contribute to the Earl's overall wealth. His father, the 9th Duke of Buccleuch, was reported to have died with a fortune worth $640 million. It's reasonable to assume that a significant portion of the wealth, including the land and properties, has been inherited by him. In addition to the landholdings, the Earl has held various prestigious positions, including Chancellor of the Order of the Thistle, President of the Royal Scottish Geographical Society, and Deputy Lieutenant of Roxburgh, Ettrick, and Lauderdale. While these roles may not be direct sources of income, they do indicate a level of influence and responsibility that often accompanies financial opportunities, and his current net worth is $327 million. At number 3, we've got Charles Chatwin Talbot, 22nd Earl of Shrewsbury. Charles Chatwin Talbot is an English nobleman and the Lord High Steward of England. He is the premier Earl of Peerage of England as the Earl of Shrewsbury, and in the Peerage of England as the Earl of Waterford. He is the eldest son of John Chetwynd Talbot and Nadine Crofton, and he has a diverse range of activities contributing to his income. He is serving as the whip for the Conservatives, which have provided him with political income. He also holds honorary positions as the Chancellor of the University of Wolverhampton and the Deputy of the Lord Lieutenant in Staffordshire, which come with stipends or allowances. His involvement in the country's sports, including a former presidency of the Ammunition Trades Association and deputy chairman of the Standing Conference on Country Sports, offers remuneration or business opportunities. He's also serving as the director and deputy chairman of the Britannia Building Society and as the president of the Building Societies Association, positions typically associated with financial compensation. Additionally, the Earl's wealth is likely to be influenced by his various prestigious positions and the historical heritage of his family. His involvement in multiple organizations and activities suggests a significant level of wealth. The current net worth of Charles Chetwynd Talbot is $464 million, considering his involvement in various sectors, including finance, healthcare, and country sports. Next, we've got Edward Guinness, 4th Earl of Iveagh. Edward Guinness, styled as Viscount Evenden until 1992, is an Anglo-Irish aristocrat and businessman. He's a member of the Guinness family and the son of the 3rd Earl of Iveagh and Miranda Smiley. He has a diverse source of incomes that he has built upon the legacy of the Guinness family fortune. The foundation of his wealth can be traced back to the establishment of Guinness Brewery breweries by Arthur Guinness in 1759. Edward Guinness has continued his legacy through various investments and asset management strategies. The family's wealth has been significantly augmented through the ownership of land and shares. The Guinness family has historically invested in both active and passive management of their assets, with fund managers making stock selection decisions and tracking indices on markets respectively. About 50% of the core IVA wealth portfolio was invested in global stocks, with additional allocations to absolute return strategies, bonds, alternative assets, properties, infrastructure, gold, and commodities. Edward's occupation includes brewing and farming, with the Ivenden estate in Suffolk being a significant part of his holdings. This estate is used for agricultural purposes, including the production of the substantial portion of the UK's onions. Additionally, the family operates 22 golf courses, which also generates a huge amount of income, and his current net worth is $1.25 billion. At number 1, we've got Edward Charles Cadogan, the 9th Earl Cadogan. He's the son of Charles Gerald John Cadogan, 8th Earl of Cadogan, and Lady Philippa Dorothy Bluett Wallop. He was styled as Viscount Chelsea between 1997 and 2023. The primary source of income for Edward Charles Cadogan is his extensive real estate holdings. The Cadogan family estate spans 100 acres in prime locations in London, including Kensington and Chelsea. This estate includes significant properties such as Sloane Street and Knightsbridge and the Knights Road in Chelsea, West London. The Cadogan Estates is a business empire owned by the family and includes more than 500,000 square feet of office space, 5 embassies, 7 schools, and over 300 restaurants and bars. This diverse portfolio has been a substantial contributor to the family's income. Additionally, the Cadogan Group, a property group owned by the family, has also been a significant source of wealth. The group owns 93 acres in Chelsea, one of London's most valuable areas, and has greatly benefited from the property price boom in London. The Cadogan's family wealth is primarily derived from their extensive real estate portfolio, which is valued at more than $6 billion. This portfolio includes prime properties in London, generating substantial rental income and contributing significantly to the family's overall wealth. And his current net worth is estimated between $7.12 billion and $8.31 billion. And with this, we wrap this video. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you find our channel interesting, then subscribe to it. Thank you. See you in the next video.